Hello and welcome to another episode of Poolzcast. Today we have the team of Pentagon doing the AMA with us. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Amit. Pleasure
Sure,
being
no
here.
worries. Could you introduce yourself to the audience and also the role you play in the company?
Sure. I guess I'll start a bit about myself first. I started out in traditional IT. I used to be a cybersecurity engineer, catering to a couple of Fortune 500s. And from there, I stepped into the Web3 world and been around ever since. Um, Been in the space long enough to see at least two bull runs, and now potentially a third. Fingers crossed. Deployed 100 plus smart contracts, NF tokens, NFTs, ERC 721, 721A, you name it, done it. As for my role, I am currently the head of Web3 and community growth at Pentagon Games. But as I like to call it, I'm basically their in-house DJ.
Perfect. I love that. Now tell us a bit about Pentagon and the differentiator it has compared to the other projects.
Sure. So about Pentagon Games, right? We're building a multi-chain entertainment hub, which is powered by its own zkEVM-based Pentagon Chain. This offers a secure, immersive, and AI-driven 3D experience while integrating brands and IP into the Web3 tech. So basically, to summarize it, we're building a zkEVM chain, the Pentagon chain, which powers B, an interactive cinematic platform, which we're calling a digital theme park, which is for both users and businesses. And this will host C ecosystem games and IPs, which some of them are being developed in-house.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So that's pretty much Pentagon Games in a nutshell. Trust me, it took a long while to make it that short.
No, no, that's great. That's perfect. Now tell us a bit about some of the big backers, partners, and excellent team members if you want to mention anyone.
Sure. Well, okay, let's start off with the team, right? The team, the founders are crypto veterans since 2015. We were the team that worked on this was the team that worked on the first fully on-chain game on Ethereum. Also under the old IP of Pentapits called Ethermon. This is the same team that also did one of the earliest NFT marketplaces for DeFi games. In fact, we were consulted by OpenSea when they were launching their platform. Operated multiple validators, L2 chains, deployed over 100 smart contracts, pretty much everything you can think of. So it's a very Web3 savvy and battle tested team. We're not just talking about the Web3 angle. The team also brings in experiences from key leaders in their industries. We have team members coming in from Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, etc., and a couple of other Fortune 500s. Advisor wise, we're backed by some of the top industry leaders as well. This includes the VP of Disney Interactive, an official Binance KOL, and a leading Web3 firm. So this is just to give a brief of what the team is, right? Partner projects and backers. I'll go with the backers first. So, we were fortunate enough to be backed by some of the key investors and top VCs in the space. We're funded by NFX, Binance Labs, Animoca, Polygon, Spartan, Republic, and other top tier VCs. Partners, I'd say we're the official part. We have official partners for a lot of other blockchains. We're developing a concept called blockchain superheroes. So we're developing superheroes for a lot of chains, such as BNB, Polygon, AVAX. now expanding to Dawn network as well, and there's 13 other chains. So we've built these superhero characters for a lot of other projects as well in the past, such as PancakeSwap, etc. Um, Another key partnership I'd say is we're one of the strategic partners for Rocket, which is an AR glasses manufacturer. We're a global strategic partner for them. And we're also potentially going to introduce our own AR hardware, which is similar to how Solana had their Saga phone. We have our own metaverse license in DMCC, which is the largest free trade zone in UAE, and we will soon be coming on to Crypto Nights, which is essentially the Web3 version of Shark Tank. So we, pretty much could go on and on, but this should give you an idea.
Perfect. Now, what is in your roadmap in the next couple of months?
Sure. So before I go on to what we're developing in the next couple of months, I'd say the key achievements what's done in the past few months. We just had our token launch, which went pretty well, and our testnet is currently live. The testnet, as of now, we've already achieved a very good numbers. I'd say we have 600K plus wallets, 2.2 million transactions, and it's growing. Some of our ecosystem games, such as Pentapets on Telegram, has amassed over 1.3 million users in MAU and 2 million plus overall. Uh, Two of our games are either on early access or on wishlist on Steam. So, that's what's happened on the roadmap so far. Coming up, I'd say development wise, within the next couple of months, we want to go mainnet. So the chain is currently on testnet. We're planning to go mainnet very soon. I'd say this would be somewhere around late Q1 to early Q2. So that's happening pretty soon as well. Um, onboard studios and games and IPs onto Pentagon Chain, and continue building our cinematic digital experience platform, which should be available in early alpha pretty soon as well.
Perfect. Now, in terms of the token utility, what's the key utility for the users?
Oh, this is a great one. So Pen is the native gas token on the Pentagon chain. So you know how Ethereum is to on how it ETH is to the Ethereum chain, right? Pen is the native gas token, so it will power literally everything. Every transaction that happens on the chain will use Pen for the gas token. Besides the gas fees itself, it also ties back to other utilities such as governance, which allows users to vote on key decisions and important updates. There's stakings and rewards. There's a staking program which is currently live as well. We're calling it the TIA DO model, Tier Multiplier Dex offering. There's an NFT marketplace that's coming soon. So Pen would also be powering that NFT marketplace. You would be able to use it for interactive experiences inside the platform that's being built. We'll also have data requirements and ecosystem grants. So Pen is basically the key to all of that.
Yeah. And in terms of the project itself for community, is there any testing or activity happening right now that the community can join? The
Sure.
campaign?
So yeah, I mean, we have events on the regular basis. I guess the easiest approach on that is just to be active on our socials and keep eyes out. Like we just concluded season one of our airdrop campaign. Anybody who did participate was, in for a decent surprise at TGE. But you can still participate. You can get on to Pentagon.games, visit the website, and you'll notice there's a section on getting started. It will allow you to, well, it's a step-by-step instruction on how you can participate within the ecosystem, right? Um, yeah, so there's a lot of events that are happening on a regular basis, including we have our testnet live right now. I would recommend people to go and participate in that as well. Participate in the testnet, check out the getting started page. And as for regular community events, we host game nights, We have regular competitions like meme competitions, sticker packs, etc. So just keep an eye out on the socials.
Awesome. Now, the token is already listed. Where can the users purchase the tokens on centralized and decentralized exchanges?
Yeah, the token is already listed. It is currently available on centralized Qcoin. You can go and buy it on Qcoin and MEXC. It's available on both of those. And we're also listed on CoinDCX, which is a platform out of India. So if you're one of those, if you're from the India audience group, you can also buy it on CoinDCX. And decentralized exchange, obviously, I'd say the most liquidity that's available would be on Uniswap on both the Ethereum and Arbitrum chains right now.
Great. Now, this was the Q&A part, but on behalf of the community, we would like to give you a few minutes as well if you want to share something that, I didn't cover in my questions basically, and over to you.
So you're asked, so what's this part about? Do I share anything, or is this like
If you
what's
like to
what's the
say
alpha
anything about the
happening?
project that you don't think I covered, and you want to talk about something related to that, whether your plans,
Uh,
the project itself.
sure. Yeah. I mean, sure. Just talking about, let's say, the project itself, right? I don't. We talked about the roadmap, but I don't think we talked enough about what are the key achievements or what the project is, just to get people really understanding about what we're building, right? Uh, so yeah, I mean, where do we start? Let's go with the okay. Let's go with the public side. So on the public accolade side, I'll share a few. We were winners of the Startup World Cup in Dubai and represented Dubai in the global grand finale, which was sponsored by Pegasus Tech Ventures. If people don't know, Pegasus is the same tech venture that invested into 150 unicorns. They invested into Tesla, Airbnb, etc. We will also be featured on a crypto reality TV show, Crypto Nights, which I just told you. It's essentially the Web3 version of Shark Tank. It will be aired sometime this year. I'm not exactly sure when. Well, I can't disclose too much about the results, but I can say it's pretty good. We have some of the top tier VCs backing us and on the advisory teams as well. Product side, our testnet is live. Um, our Telegram minigame is live. We have 2 million plus users on that, 1.3 in MEU. We have multiple ecosystem games, which are currently either on Steam wishlist or early access. You can go ahead and even test it out right now. There is significant progress on the digital experience. So this cinematic platform I'm talking about, right? It's pretty similar to what you'd call as a metaverse. Now, the key difference that differentiates us from other platforms is, I'd say, accessibility being the first one. You can access this platform supports cross reality. You can access it in well multiple realities. You can view it in VR, AR, and just your desktop web browser. So for users who have the financial capability to buy a VR headset, you can go in and view it in VR, walk around the street, take a, look around, enter some of the experiences. We actually demoed this at a couple of events. Then we have some games which are live on our AR glasses, augmented reality. And if you're unable to afford all of these, then you can also just view it in your normal desktop browser. So this, reduces the barrier to entry and financial liability, and users can access it pretty much anywhere. Another really cool concept, which I really like about that platform, is we have this in-house app called Hexar. In there, building a platform is one part, and populating it is another, right? So we're letting users express themselves personally. If you download the Hexar app and you own a phone that supports LiDAR capabilities, which is, well, any phone, iPhone 13 plus, you can simply take a scan of the room you're sitting in, and it will create an exact replica for that and turn it into a 3D model, which you can customize in XR, in the digital verse. So that's pretty cool. We're letting users populate their own personal space themselves. Obviously, if you don't want to do that, you come up with a starter space and then you can modify it however you want to.
Perfect. These are all
So yeah,
really cool information.
yeah,
Thanks for sharing that. And thank you for the insights that you've provided about the projects. I'm sure the community is now feeling much more bullish. So I just want to thank you as well for the time and the responses that you provided on behalf of the Pulse team and the community. So thanks for that.
my pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks for having me on.